Get things rolling. Howdy, everybody.
How are you doing?
Hello. We got Slay the Spire time. How you doing, Doc?
It's been a minute since I actually have been able to make it to a Slay the Spire mod thing.
Yeah, it's been on and off over release of Dragonstorm. Had some time off for it, but
yeah, and I mean the reason on my end
is
because I have had something going on on Fridays for like 8 months, and
good.
That's actually still true. It just happened to not be doing it right now.
Huh. Well, today, today I decided to go with a silly one.
Shadow Priest.
It's just Shadow Priest.
Warcraft.
It's just a Shadow Priest. Yeah. That's what we got. I read the description on this and went, you know what? Sure, well, you got it, boss. We have multiple mentions of healing as our main mechanic. So I wanna see what we got going on here. I've talked kind of at length about.
I think it would be interesting.
Yeah.
If that healing has to be that it actually heals damage for it to count.
So you have to be taking hints.
Yeah.
Taking hits for it to do anything. Yeah. It'll be we'll see what we got. But our relic is just whenever you heal, apply it as damage to all enemies. So. Yeah, but otherwise it's a I don't know, it's a definitely not from World of Warcraft. This is DOTA2. I don't know how you that's completely different. Hey, buddy.
That's him.
Oh, we got. So yeah, we had music changes on the title screen, so we got them here too. All right. So yeah, healing is applied as damage to all enemies. What's our starting deck look like? We got strikes. We got defense. We got gain 3
regen.
Regen, okay. Mango. Gain 1 while in your hand at end of turn. Okay, so this is ethereal, so when this exhausts as ethereal, you gain all life. But also it's a miracle.
That's actually not how that reads to me. What that reads to me is that the skill, you play it to gain 1 energy, and then if it's in your hand at the end of your turn, it gets you that.
I'm reading it as like 2 separate bits. Like you play it for this, and then if it's in your hand.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's 2 separate things line.
Yeah, and then. Okay. Lose 2. So this makes me think that like what you were saying about like needing to heal might be real. Like if we have.
I'm thinking that going off of the setup here, it might not be that you have to heal. Like I think maybe overhealing still counts.
Yeah.
I kind of hope it doesn't. I just think that would be more interesting for a class about based around healing.
Well.
Yeah, let's try it.
We can take some damage, transform a strike.
Cards.
Yeah. This is a lost condition button right here. This is a.
Absolutely.
All right, strike, defend. What do we got?
2 rares.
Okay. Gain confused. Draw 3 cards.
And you can make it innate to make it so that it's always there. Well, that does put you in direction of picking up as many 2 and 3 costs as possible.
Yeah.
And you also just got 1, too.
If you would die this turn, revive at 1. Healing is twice as effective on your next turn. Die the turn after that.
That's pretty funny. I like that.
That's a card I'm not in an opening deck. I'm a little suspicious of, but draw 3 cards, confuse. Okay, let's get moving. 3 elites, 4 elites.
Nice. taking the path of hardships.
Yeah, $99. Shop isn't really gonna be anything. We do have healing, it'll be fine. Alright, let's get some real cards in here. God, Gain Confused on our opening deck here is gonna be so...
That would... they would be bad right now. It doesn't do
Yeah.
anything useful. It actively is, on the whole, harmful. It wouldn't make any of the things you currently have randomized in cost. The mango would be fine. All right, well, it's immediately harming us.
Uh-huh. Okay. And now we're confused. Oh, this is terrible.
This is really bad. Without any actual setup for this is rough. You basically currently have 2 dead cards in your deck, but they could become real down the line. They could be.
We're just gonna draw like this, where it's all 3s all the time. Yeah, this is, like, for a starting deck, that card is, like, unplayably bad.
You also currently don't have any more healing, so that other one doesn't do anything aside from keep you alive for another turn. You have... Check to see if you have a strike in your that top 3 or not.
I do
You
not.
don't. So I would recommend taking 6 less damage. Sorry, 5 less damage.
Yeah. This is a DOTA2 character.
Yeah, which means they're a Warcraft,
They're a Warcraft
character with
yeah.
numbers, filed off. I believe the character that this was originally in, original Dota was a troll priest. Probably the witch doctor hero from Warcraft 3, if I had to guess.
Whenever you take damage, apply 1 week. Okay.
Okay, so poison as a sub-theme, which actually makes sense,
Sure.
given regen as a major theme as well. All right, so we know to
We just
not
don't
be
play.
confused.
Yeah, we just don't do that.
All right, there is stuff that costs HP in this a lot, so maybe it actually does work the way that I thought it would.
Yeah.
That's actually ideal, or close to it. You took a little bit of damage, but it means you can kill it without it splitting.
Oh, this is the splitting one. This is the tiny one.
Well, that's a splitting one. Isn't it a medium?
This one doesn't split though.
Oh.
The early ones you fight in early act don't split. They're just 30 HP.
Okay, fair enough.
Okay.
That's actually been a while since I played original
Yeah.
Slay the Spire.
Okay. Gain 5 block, deal 2 damage. Effect is doubled on 25 or higher floors.
Okay, so that means that in the latter half of the game, this is a better Iron Wave, but at the start of the game, it's worse.
Okay. I'll deal 14 damage, add a wound to your hand if you... It's interesting enough. Oh god, I think I want to remove the couple of the cards.
That's not a bad idea. Yeah.
Eat the mango. Yeah, we don't have a lot of healing bit, like, because this is just, that is actively a lethal maneuver. If we find some big cost cards, it'd be nicer, but we're finding a lot of 0 costs, honestly, is part of, like, what we're seeing. Bad Juju.
Wait, hold on. That card's cost didn't actually go up. It only cost you 2 life.
Oh.
Okay, so that doesn't function, I suppose, which... You know, I think that there's a non-zero chance, actually, that they tested it with the you know, draining your life more, and then found that it made the card just too bad, and then just didn't update the text.
Apply on weak. Enemy gains +2 strength. Gain 2 weak, gain 8 block whenever you're attacked. Hug the tower. And then another bracer. Yeah, these are, again, more zeros and ones. This is an interesting one.
It's interesting, but I think that unupgraded, it's actively bad in a lot of cases.
Yeah. Take another of these. I'm gonna believe we're gonna get far enough that that's an interesting card in the long term.
Remove a card from your deck. All right.
I think this could go. This just isn't. I also
honestly, the Shallow Grave as well probably will end up being removed too so far, but
yeah,
maybe you'll get something where like, you get a ton of health at once.
I might be just. Okay, well.
Transform again?
Oh, you can't go back from this.
Oh, right. Oh, that's fine.
That's fine. Let's... Okay, let's get this deck
okay,
going.
You got rid of both of them.
Okay. This is going to be a bad fight.
You can break that pretty early. You might need to spend the Dex Potion in this fight, actually, is what it is.
Alright, let's just go...
Wait, hold on a second. Have I been misinterpreting Bad Juju the whole time?
What are you
Does it say that it reduces the HP cost by 2 when it's cast?
Increase the HP cost?
No, it's increased.
Yeah.
But, But I think when you played it again the second time, it only did 2 damage to you.
So Bracer... Defend...
Playing both of those actually gets rid of more health.
Yep.
Like, defends more than just taking more health.
18. So okay, so right now I'm at 24. Yeah, I did take 4 from that.
Weird. Okay, so it's weird on multiple fronts then, because it cost 4 the first time you played it as well.
Is it not resetting? This is gonna be pretty bad here.
Okay, no, it is functioning, I guess. What did I see the first time?
It might have been like the 2 life from the poison card we have.
Maybe you played them back to back and I just misinterpreted where it was actually going.
All right. All
right, so
we're trying
you're
out
actually
here.
surviving this.
Yeah, we're good.
Think.
We are making it.
Yes, and just one more strike will do it.
Slime tier list. Okay, one more strike, enough to get us over the line. We're good. Our offense was scary.
Letter opener
It's
is
based on a question. Mark said in all chat during a pro match. Okay, it's a...
Interesting. Okay.
Exhaust a card, gain a bunch of regen.
Not a bunch of regen. Twice its
Oh, it's twice
cost. It needs to be expensive,
We
you
don't
know,
have-
for that to function properly.
Hmm.
4 or less attack damage this combat, reduce it to 0. And metallicize is good.
Yeah.
It is expensive, and the problem is that... Alright, so we have Gremlin, Knob, Lagavulin, and the pillars. And that's
Yeah.
immediately after this one, and it's going to be upgraded.
Because we probably have to...
I think a useful thing is that your bracers are attacks, because they deal attack damage, which means that they sidestep Gremlin Knob.
Yeah, I think we're good against Gremlin Knob. I think we have trouble. I almost think we need
With-
trade hits in
Because you need to kill one of them quickly. Yeah.
yeah. Alright, and we can choose to heal up here.
Specifically because you grab trade hits instead, then yeah, I'd recommend healing up. If you had grabbed that power, then I would have recommended
Yeah.
upgrading it even though you're at 15.
Okay.
Okay.
So... So our healing is AoE damage.
It makes one attack on the heart really easy. I think it goes from like 2 damage per hit to 3 damage per hit pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Sorry, not 3 damage, 5 damage per hit. You deal 2 damage off of the heal, but it will
that won't be
survive.
yeah, that won't be enough to kill there. We need one of you off the table quick.
With one off the table, you got this one.
Yeah, I think we're fine. I might have to use the Swift Potion to draw into some more action on the follow-up turns here, but... Okay. One of the things we just don't have is actually anything that heals a real amount outside of our regen 3 in our starting deck.
Yeah.
Okay, defend, bracer, strike. That gets us a lot of these days out of the way.
And your scaling damage by the end of the game is a poison that hurts you too. So. I think it's fair to go for the other one with this, yeah.
I don't like the leaving up these regens, but I don't like adding more wounds.
Yeah.
We're not
I
able
mean,
to...
the wounds exacerbate the problem with this fight to begin with because of the dazed, you know, like... Yeah, I think this might end up being a just start over with the 100 cash instead.
Yeah, the transform did not work out terribly well for us.
No,
Yeah,
it was a bad transform for sure.
Alright. We're still rolling. If we can find like a second source of regen, all of a sudden regen can pull us back out of a hole like this.
True, yeah.
Okay, so we want to go strike.
Strike trade hits on the other one. That's all you gotta do.
Yeah. Okay. And hopefully we've got enough to either kill or full block on this.
You have neither of
All right.
those. You are in fact dead.
Let's give that a round.
Hey, I'm actually kind of excited to see that.
Mm-hmm.
You died on a Spire mod, and in a way that doesn't really feel that the class was super weak so much as just we got unlucky.
All right, let's go random rare relic on this one then.
Fair enough. Torrygate. All right.
All right. We still get our 3 elites. That's good. A late shop. Hopefully we can find something that looks more like a plan looking through this.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
We could use the healing stat to see if it overheals or not.
It does.
It does.
Overhealing works. Okay. So healing effects are just good flat.
Yes, all kinds.
So we'll take 1 if we just block 1 on the next turn, so we can go like
Okay,
this.
so if you see that rare again, you basically get to build your own tungsten rod plus Torrygate.
Yes. A little bit. 2 strikes. Okay. Gain 10 block, gain heal 10 HP. You cannot gain HP from healing for the rest of this combat.
Okay, so this is emergency big heal.
Gain 7 block. Anytime you take 3 or less damage this turn, reduce it to 0.
Functionally means 5 or less because of how Torrygate works, which is nice.
Yeah.
So that is slightly better. That is grabbing a...
Here we've got more copies.
Okay, this is the inverse of Bracer.
Yeah.
I kind of like those. I don't know necessarily if you want to pick them early, but I kind of like those, the idea behind them at least.
Yeah, like just that, like, hey, once these are a little out of range of being useful, they get better.
Yeah.
Grab Vanguard here. Well, that gives us better defensive mechanisms. Enemy create an AoE heal and a long cooldown. Okay. Alright, so then we just go like, wow, this is like all defenses. Sure.
Hey, good news. These don't curl up when you
Yeah.
hit them with that.
So just we have a couple different variations on the...
I am already immediately missing that poison card though. That one was quite good.
Continue to curl. Yeah, having like an offense like that where we can heal it off and then deal it back is
Mm-hmm. Guaranteed to get 1 strike.
guaranteed to get 4 strikes off of next
Well,
turn.
Yeah, that too.
I'll pass. The correct action on that turn is I'm fine. Because we see what our draw is. It's 2 attacks and then Vanguard to full block, because we just know what the deck
True.
was.
Yeah.
If we get the knockout next turn is, I guess, a question, and because of the week, but...
Now you got it anyway. It's
All right.
fine. Hello, HR.
Deal 6 damage if target is vulnerable, gain 1 strength, otherwise apply 2 vulnerable.
Apply 2 vuln on a 1 cost with dealing some damage attached to it as well. That's actually quite good.
Gain 2 block, draw 1 card, doubled.
That one is good on upgrade when it gets like doubled up. Yeah. What's the upgrade on it actually? Does it also?
Hold on.
It is better by virtue of being costing 0 for sure.
That upgrade is huge on that.
It is a common though, you know.
Yeah. I'll take strike that applies to vuln. I think I need some sort of offensive capability, and that helps with this. This, however, is something that late game, especially on that upgrade, is huge.
Yes.
0 cost, gain 4 block, draw 2 cards. Like, yeah, sure, I'm in. Alright. Yeah, that doesn't exhaust it. That's alarm bells level of a card. Two vuln, that actually gives us some nice offense. I'm quite happy with that upgrade.
That's what I was feeling when I saw that card. Of just like, I think that is the thing you need right this second. It's not necessarily the card you need forever, but
Tango. Okay, sure. Next time you would take damage, apply a week. This is just a really zoomed in. Yeah, that about.
the middle one's kind of expensive for what it does. Because it's like, it doesn't do anything against half the encounters of the game.
Take the Tango. Healing is damage. This is the one.
And you
splits.
like the exhaust cards you're not going to be playing anyway.
Yes. Okay, we're not taking damage here anymore. Because 5 to 1 to 0.
Assuming that it works in the...
Nope. Okay,
no,
fine.
it does not work that way. All right.
All right. And we're getting licked. That's the weak lick. Okay, so we're getting close to the point where this splits. Okay. It's about as good as we're getting on that. 19 into 2. That's enough with the healing that, like, enough strikes can get there. Which is great. Get you off the table. I ain't playing that a third time. That ain't happening. No,
Power
thank you.
at any cost? Though?
No, thank
Greatest
you.
at any cost,
No,
though?
thank you. There's
The bob on your shoulder has been denied?
what for? It doesn't win us the game any better, you know.
Well, no, but I mean, it is paying the cost.
It's not greatness though. That's the other half of the sentence.
It's pretty great, I think.
It's like fine. I don't know. It's okay.
I think it's pretty great. I approve of it.
Okay, get out of here. This thing can go away. Okay. Trade hits. Tip. Tower hug. We've seen these. I might just take a trade hits to have a real offensive piece.
I also kind of like how trade hits played in that one fight, honestly. It seemed interesting, of wanting to, you know, use your reasonably large attack on other things.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'll take a lump or two. Okay, trio.
You have the distilled chaos too, which is nice.
I'm probably willing to just spend that right off the bat here. So that's all the defense in the world. Let's go... Strike, strike, strike. I'm gonna draw harass and trade hits. I'll be able to kill this. So we'll get enough regen going to... This isn't, like, healing either, so, like, that's nice. Okay, so... Healing salve. Let's just kill you.
And
then
I guess that. Okay, never mind. It's fine.
Yeah.
I was actually just about to say, like, it would actually be slightly better to spend the strike to kill one so you could remove one of these artifacts with the harass, but...
Yeah, I have to be attacking for that. Okay, this is good. We can go... Vanguard.
We'll just block all the damage off of that because you're taking less than 3 anyway.
Yeah. Get our more damage in. Like, I have to draw a potion to get through, like, a bad, like, dazed hand.
Like this one.
Yeah. We'll take 1 again. Thanks, Tori, doing some work. Mediocrity at a reasonable price. Yeah, Tori has prevented a lot of damage here.
Ori is an extremely good defensive relic. It always has been.
All right. Ooh. Okay. So. Sure.
Interesting. Okay. Ironwood branch.
That's one.
Tango interacts with these mechanically. Yeah.
If you're blocked. I like this just as like. Also, what the hell? Oh my god.
Yeah, just upgrades good.
Oh my god. Whetstone, you wanna like?
Okay, nice.
What the hell? That's a card. Okay.
You have a way to.
I do have an exhaust
things
piece.
for your deck.
Yeah. It's regret, which is awful, but
It's
like,
a rough one, but you also heal, so you know.
He'll be fine. What's our relic? Boot.
Boot. We got inverse Tori. Let's
Tori
go.
Tori and inverse. Oh, we need
You don't play any of these.
Well, I mean,
He's not
it's
attacking
turn 1. There's no.
I suppose. Okay.
And I'm holding regret. Oh, come on. All right, so now we're in.
It was a card in your hand at the end of your turn. Still.
Okay, so harass, trade hits,
Just rush down.
thinking about if like Tango is worth it in the long term.
You deal only like 2 damage by doing that, is the thing.
But it makes the
Because-
healing self playable too, but
Yeah, but both of those are their skills, and it's +2 strength for every time you play one. So
Yeah.
the Tango the first time doesn't actually.
it's gonna be bad. This is a fight I'm scared about.
Yeah.
Stop. Okay, well, Ironwood Branch, help me out.
you play both of those, I think you get to, like, no damage because it's plus 12. Not quite, but that does bring down to 1 damage because of Tori.
Yeah. Okay. 12
There you
Vuln,
go.
so...
This is the turn you want to see that. Okay, all you have to do is hit 2 more times, basically. There are a number of cards that you can do that with because the regen potion would also actually do it now, although I think that's in your bottom 6.
But likely to be coming in for what looks like lethal.
Okay. That's lethal. You got it.
Yes, we are good, and I don't need to... Thank goodness. Ugh.
A little spicy.
Okay.
Hey, Vajra, nice.
Okay. Apply 4 frail to all enemies.
Frail on enemies is weird.
Yeah. There's some fights that's funky.
Yeah.
Wraithband, and then, like, big block, but if their block breaks, then we lose it. Take this and stick with that. All right, we got one more elite. I'm gonna believe. Yeah, I will take this.
Just have the suite. Everything's +1. That's good.
All right, hey, buddy. So many mods of anti-baseball tech when it's just like a fight. Okay.
Hey, you get to tango away your regret.
We can also just tango away the branch for gain
That's true
6
too.
regen,
Yeah.
which I'm thinking about as like powerful right now. Like we get to fix up this life total pretty trivially.
The net's coming in.
Oh no!
Your regen card is in your last 3 as well. The Stealing Sap. So there's a only a 1 in 3 chance of not drawing it.
We'll win with the health regen. So
Gain 8 at the end of turn.
yep, gain the 1 and then gain the 7. We're back at 48. Ooh.
There's Null Talisman.
I assume this is a player at a professional level event.
True.
This was the
Ironwood
other.
3, which is the other one.
Yeah, this is the
that
other one that
does
was
the big
mentioned.
regen.
Oh my god, and it upgrades this way too. Holy smokes. These upgrading costs like this is wild. Yeah, I'll take this tree and then just get it upgraded. Alright. Ooh, okay.
Low like a wood.
Alright, we can get regret out of here. We also could just get Ironwood tree. Like, ooh, that's like
That's
9
a ton
regen.
of regen, which is going to keep you online for quite a while. I think that's actually better than getting rid of the regret, yeah. I think this, in the end, actually prevents more damage in its own weird way,
Yeah. Yeah, because Iron Wave as a draw 2 gets moving. I love our relic setup of Tori boot and then Vajra's bootstone. Like,
Yeah. Also, Branch does +1 damage because of the boot.
Yeah, it does. Okay. So we have a poison going, but it's a healing poison. Everybody's favorite healing poison. Yeah, I'll put up sunblock on that. Yeah, the branches are also just like wild cards on their own. They're like okay before the upgrade, and then on the upgrade, they're like, well, hold on. We gain more life by just doing this.
Yeah.
Alright. I think we're in a fine
This brings
place.
us back down to normal.
Yeah,
Basically gets rid of 2 of our relics.
And then we've got to reapply. Okay. Steal. Gain 4 block for each of your unused mana. And we could get a poison card if we wanted to get one of these.
I mean, I liked it.
Yeah.
It does cost 0, which is something that really appeals to me, you know,
Can we find a top?
on a baseline. Yeah, top would be nice.
Ooh. Ooh, what is this? Right-click to consume this relic and heal 10 HP and gain 1 energy. It seems like something will happen if you let it grow.
So basically encouraging you to not use it, but getting it early.
Yeah. Also, we have heal 2 start of combat. I like letting it grow. I also would like to note, which
Yeah,
way...
power liker plan over here, which seems pretty good.
Alright, let's get a Lotus. This leaves us... The other reason I'm
Remove
fine with this is, yes, we have just enough for...
Remove that regret. It's gonna...
No
That's
regret.
so bad.
No regret. Yeah, if we didn't have the regret to get rid of, the Witchblade would be the buy in my mind, because we just picked up some poison, and that's interesting.
You
By the
know,
way,
something that's really good on that Witchblade is that you saw that there was that power that puts a new copy of itself in your hand every turn.
yes.
Yes, that's definitely designed to work together.
I think we're gonna pass up on the... There's no point taking a shop when we have like 20 bucks. We'd rather take an encounter. Yeah. Okay, our healing does AoE damage, so that's like helpful here.
You just instantly kill Shield Gerblin.
Yeah, and then like... Take slight damage. Take 1.
Pick, yeah, only one.
Take 1. Alright, we'll find our regen. Blood grenade? So that's lethal there.
That means they're only taking 1 again.
So I can harass a goblin. Because I'm still only taking 1. Chomp. We eat the mango. So yeah, we have the Lotus as a emergency button, but like we want to let it do a thing, whatever that.
But it might grow a thing,
All right.
whatever that means.
All right. AOE damage plus poison, like. Now the card I want.
You don't have to do anything. You can just pass and win.
Yeah. Well, I'll do this. Bonk. Another harass, and this is the blast
This is the
rig,
one.
if we wanted to
Yeah.
pick that up for the...
Multiple harasses are good. They gain you that strength.
Yeah. I'd rather have these than my... Like, if I could replace all my strikes with stuff like this, we'd feel pretty good.
Yeah.
Fine.
Means that probably you would just end up like, you know, every time you go to a shop, you're moving at the strike.
I think that's actually more useful right now. Okay.
Okay, and you don't have to do anything special. It's just counting up by going down.
Yeah.
It's good to know.
Okay. I might just
Yeah, just end this.
like whatever. Shadow Wave.
Deal
Heal
5
5.
HP, deal 5 damage, apply 1 vuln. That seems pretty solid. A little bit expensive, but you know it does deal actually 10 damage at least.
Yeah, I'm more interested in this on the upgrade, but like that's like heal 5, deal 10.
Yes.
It's like and it's AoE on everything with a vuln. Yeah, I'll take that. That's interesting enough. All right, let's get some upgrades going. So the upgrades on Ironwood Tree is obviously a huge upgrade. The upgrade on we saw Blood Grenade. Oh, the Shadow Waves upgrade makes it much more appealing to be playable. These are small, but that's because they double. These become Retain. What's the Mango do? Heal 2.
And also gain double energy when you play it.
Upgrade the tree. This seems like the most powerful. Okay. All right. Well. 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 Do I want to just wait on this?
I think so, honestly.
Yeah. I hope the Lotus number just keeps going up and it never does anything. I'll take some hits for this. Take a few lumps. We'll be able to heal that off. Okay, so Tango with the branch, and I'm just gonna put up blocks on
Yeah,
this.
this some defenses. Just block.
Yeah, I might as well just block.
No, actually
on this.
everything.
Yeah, block everything because of the Vanguard block.
Yeah.
All right. Sure. Okay, that's a nice draw.
Also the 2 harasses again.
Yeah, I'll do a harass first, then we'll do that. Also, this is 5x 4, so I can just, like, go offense here. This is enough damage to form swap. Okay.
And now you play that, and honestly play the Shadow Wave, right? Like...
Yeah, might as well. It puts the Vuln continuing on.
Hmm.
And we get some damage through, thanks to the regen. Okay. 2x8. Keep throwing strength ups.
Wraithband is block neutral.
So we'll take 1 from the first hit and full from the...
He'll take 9. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is 4 damage incoming. I'll block 1 of it. This is playing well with the regen stuff. Now they're like obviously run 1 had us blow up on our deck sort of having some issues going on, but I'm enjoying how our like
the play
healing...
pattern on this actually is kind of fun. Yeah.
Yeah, because one of the things I think is something that's difficult to do with the healing based stuff like this is that like you don't want to set it up so it's just like you have infinite healing, so the correct play is like do nothing and heal to full. A lot of our healing,
I think
we have the regen, which can lead to that, but a lot of like the healing we have, all of it is on something that is that ends. We don't have anything in here that isn't exhaustive healing, but regen lets us keep the damage flowing.
And there's also the additional element of that of inherently, because it's a damage source, you actually can't do it in forever because you're gonna kill everything eventually by doing it.
Right, there is an end state.
Yeah, so I think they kind of cleverly address the problem of healing in these card games by making it so. It's actually an inevitability mechanic. You can't stop it from being one unless you gave up your starting relic. But also, I think the game
then good luck with that.
Designed exclusively to go around it. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
That's funny.
How much you want to
Test your luck.
Yeah. Discard your hand.
Okay.
Add 1 ironwood branch.
I mean, this is inherently just very good.
Yeah. Yeah, wow. And then Lotus Orb is pass over your debuffs.
I assume that there has to be like a mechanical I would assume that there is like a self debuff plan.
Yeah, we saw the power for it, right? We saw the power for it, right?
We saw the power payoff for it. We didn't see any cards actually do it, really. We've seen a couple.
Yeah,
like the guard.
Yeah, there's like the guard that applies weak. There's one that like is frail. I'm a good game because that seems like that adds some sauce to it. Philostone. We're definitely on Velvet Choker.
Yeah, I would just feel a stone here of these. Like Astrolabe is cool and good, but like
let's
getting 4 power is really nice. 4 energy.
Yeah. Alright. So we got some elites. Looks like 2 elites. No, we got 3. Okay.
No, I get 3. Okay.
Let's take the 3 line. And kind of see where
also,
that
I'm glad
leads.
that this one changes music per act because
that would have been...
whenever there's a thing that just replaces the music for, they get really really samey when it's the same song.
Mm-hmm. Well,
because I mean, also if I'm gonna talk about like how soundtracks I remember very well, I'm not gonna give it to Dota 2. I'm sorry to say.
This is a Dota 2 character, yeah. So it's funny because like in a lot of bits like this, I'd see this hit we take and it's like, this feels like taking an early hit like this, like in Act 1, like, oh boy, that kind of sucks, but like we're fine.
Nah, your health total is fluid, so it's fine.
Yeah, like I'm back at 58 and we're gonna take 1 here.
Wraithband is about to upgrade too. You're only 7 away from that.
Yeah, that's gonna be let's see, 18 here. Dota is the one that came off of Warcraft 3. Dota 2 is the game that is Valve's title off of that.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go.
The thing is that both League of Legends and Heroes of Newerth and also Dota 2, they all have people who worked on original Dota on it, so
they're
all of
all
them are proper Dota successors. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're all kind of Dota 2, realistically. There's the Null Talisman.
I want that pretty badly. This is funny.
Yeah.
This is funny because it's like very clearly like here's a card that like does some wild stuff, but this drawback is big enough for what it does. Like
it's big enough for what it does because it prevents you from playing the skills you draw. But I imagine you just play as many of the skills that you have in your hand first.
Yeah, this is more of a battle trance than it is a like combo enabler. This, however, we're gonna upgrade Null Talisman and it's gonna become a combo enabler. Like, oh hey baseball. Okay, we'll check the tree. Tango, this defend, healing cell, and then we can just get moving. If only we could. The other thing about frailing the baseball, by the way, like getting the baseball with frail, kind of difficult when it has 3 artifact. Heroes in the Storm is the Blizzard one.
Yeah, weirdly, I think that's the only one that didn't have folks who worked on Dota work on it. The one that was done by Blizzard, of all things.
Anyway. That thing's powerful. Scan. Cute. Big block or big attack. And yeah, here's some more. Ah, the dive tower. I'm just gonna skip on these. Yeah, the dive tower's got funny looking art with the tower diving. No? I don't know, I guess
we're getting punched.
We're on low enough ascension that we don't actually take damage from that action. Okay, we're at 9 on the Lotus. It's a lot coming in.
Yeah, I kind of got no good plays on this turn, unfortunately, too.
Yeah.
That would reduce the damage you take to 10 by default. All right, and then with this, it's just 7. Okay.
Yeah. That's enough that it'll be, like, long-term on this fight. We'll get more potions. They're meant to be spent.
Yeah.
There's more healing. And we're at 421, so we're getting close on the Wraiths. And then we're gonna heal up and... Yep, that's fine. Shadow Wave, and then we're gonna go ahead and say good game. Branch. Branch. Tree.
You don't need to, yeah, you don't need to attack the front one anymore.
Yeah, because poison will do it. That's enough damage. Okay.
2 harasses have been doing a decent... Ooh, you have a lot of strength.
We do gain strength and vuln, and... That's cute. Nah, this seems fine. This is, without anything, that's 27 damage flat. Like,
Yeah,
just
that's
like...
a good card baseline.
That's a good amount of damage for one card baseline, yeah. Oh. Oh! Great Lotus.
And it keeps going.
So
This
heal
makes
20
Rose
and gain
more.
2 energy. Perhaps it could go even further beyond. Okay, we get some area damage going. I don't know what the card is baseline. If it's 6 or... We don't know what this card is baseline, if it's 6 or 7 base. Bludgeon, or not Bludgeon, what's the Ironclad one that's I guess the question that comes to mind. Okay.
It is in fact 9 baseline then, because yeah, it's 10 here.
Well, well, I mean non-upgraded, because this is upgraded card.
Oh, right, the upgraded version. Yes.
That one's dead.
You defend, you take no damage.
Yeah. And you're dead from 3 plus 1. Thank you. Yeah, Carnage. I was thinking Bludgeon, but I'm like, no, Bludgeon's the 3. I know that one.
Bludgeon is 36 for 3.
Yeah.
Right. Of course, it never costs 3. That's kind of part of the way that that card works. You make it cost less.
Alright. Get some healing going. I want a little bit more card draw in this deck. If we can get, like, some more null talismans, that'd be really great. Ah, this is the end of the fight.
You know, it lives up to its name.
Nice. Go next.
There's a card draw.
Discard your hand, draw that many. That's for a plan rather than what we're doing with this weak frail on it.
Oh, multi-block.
Multi-block and strength down. Wow, this is a lot of defense in one card.
That really does. You have +1 dex, so that's actually it's already upgraded.
Yeah,
Functionally.
I'm interested in like especially with our Philosopher's Stone, like okay. We're gonna go.
Consider tangoing the Shadow Wave, actually.
Yeah.
If you don't, if you didn't, spend a thing and draw into a bunch of the other ones.
I think we spend it first.
Draw's only 5 if you do.
Okay, then let's just do this. Then let's not. And that's what I wanted to see.
And you didn't even get one anyway,
No,
so that's good, actually.
This is what I wanted to see.
Yes, but I mean that you didn't.
Yeah, you're right.
draw
We
one of the
didn't draw.
branches anyway, so
Yeah.
you didn't. Yeah. I think you don't need that.
I don't think I don't need
branches
that, yeah.
gain blocks too. Yeah.
Anyway, by the way, these are now in the deck.
Hmm?
These don't exhaust.
Yeah, don't go away. They don't exhaust.
Okay, that one's dead from 4 regen. That one's dead from 4 regen. Let's put the harass up. What does our starting relic do? When we heal, AoE damage equal to healing. So regen is our main bit for that.
Play that mango.
Yeah, play that mango. And then we don't have another Have you ever think about calipers? You hear about this?
You typically think about calipers
You hear about
and how good they can
you
be.
hear about
on
calipers?
average.
All right. Anyway, guess who's reshuffling?
The most desirable of all
Oh.
relics, calipers.
Anyway.
That is that lethal?
Oh yeah, by the
Amanda style? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah?
Okay.
Uh-huh.
We have scaling on both strength and dex now.
Oh my god, okay. Uh-huh. Give me Shuriken next, right? Like.
Ooh. Spicy.
Okay, that is a cool. So it's triple buffer, but you're handing off all the strength in the world with it.
Now, I do want to point out that it does interact negatively with the fact that we have a self-damage card.
Yeah, I don't know that it's actually something... Like, we have multiple self-damage cards, actually, is the problem.
Yeah.
Bad Juju and Blood Grenade are both self-damage cards, and that makes those look pretty bad. Nah.
I like your deck right now.
Yeah,
is
no.
the thing. Yeah.
Alright. One more fight, and then we hit past 25. Ah, hell. Okay, well. How you doing? Yeah, I'm just gonna... When else am I using a wide speed potion, right? Like, what's up?
Okay, harass and Demanticile is a lot of damage, actually.
And we would take...
You would take...
I'm fine taking it.
9. Yeah.
Yeah, 9, because we'll block 1 and then 8. Which is the way those hits land. Alright, then we can go ahead and, like, tango this branch. So now we're healing back off that huge hit. It really does let us play, like, we can just kind of take these lumps a little easier. Anyway.
Don't kill. Let the turn end. Because then you'll get the regen.
Yeah, I might not be able to kill, to be honest.
Well, you can kill. You will with just the poison. You don't have to do anything else.
Okay, we'll do that much so that we break through. And
or you could just play Shadow Wave and just win. That's
oh, sure.
fine too.
Because that'll heal the 5.
Yeah.
Yep. Nah, our deck is fine. All right, cross the threshold. There we go.
This bird is... Oh, man, this bird is awakened. What's going on? This bird is about to kick your ass, I think. Probably harass first, yeah.
All right, and then we're gonna knock this. We're gonna get this bird out of here because we're about to die. Clearly. All right.
Thank God.
Philostone.
Philosopher's Stone does that to the bird with one of the mods. Okay, so it's normal.
It's good.
It just was intimidating.
It's good. Yep, that double hits. Is this the first mod we've seen with level interaction cards? Very few. I can think of, usually they're act specific. Usually that's the way like a mod will do things in a long run. Okay.
Can go up a defend.
Yeah, our deck has enough branches that will, like, all of these kill on draw, basically.
Yeah, there's exactly one hand structure that...
it would have to be like triple day. Yeah.
Well, we...
Crunch. Ooh, wide block. My tower, Craigie Coat, more poison. Nah. Again, our deck is functioning pretty well as is. Thread and Needle, you're a great relic.
Ooh, Thread and Needle.
That's an yeah, I'm willing to pick that up. I like Thread and Needle a lot. I know that like the plated armor is a little dicier, but like that much free block tends to be enough to like bug fix in very good ways. Okay.
Kind of bad starting hand.
Not enough to kill back there. Damn. That's fine. We have a lot of AoE and we didn't draw any of it for this position. We're going to take 1 point, lose a plated armor, but that's fine. Okay. Now we've got, like, You're done. Put some poison up, and bonk you. You're gonna get knocked out by the next attack I draw. Or maybe just AoE. Like, we only need 5 extra damage. Okay. Big money.
Yeah, your card draw is the thing you need more of, for sure.
Okay, so let's go Healing Salve. And we need a Tango here.
Experiment. See if this does have an internal cost.
I think it's 0.
Probably doesn't.
I'm pretty sure these count as 0, but we can find, like, I'm thinking, because if I get rid of the Vanguard, this kills front too, or kills this one too, and then we'll just take the hit from Taskmaster. Let's do that. Let's just take the certain knockout. Heal back to full.
Just take the hit from Greg Davies and no one else.
The only hit that matters. Crunch. Okay. And we heal this back off pretty cleanly. Yeah, let's just...
You could...
Yeah, we're... Okay, that's...
I'll do it, yeah.
That'll do it. I suppose I should have hit that. Ooh. Whenever an enemy dies, add 1 Soul Release to your hand. Also a very powerful potion for us.
Yeah.
Dagon!
I mean, that's just really good.
Dagon!
Like, baseline, that's 30 damage to one thing, 5 damage to everything else,
Okay.
and can be upgraded.
I appreciate
Go
this.
on tilts.
I appreciate that this is the art for this. Yeah, however, I'm here for Dagon. I know this is the card draw I talked about. Let's get some more Null Talismans. That's the actual card draw I want.
Yeah. Or more of those branches. Those branches are also really good.
Yeah. Ooh.
Oh, okay.
Gunshot, not a wave. Okay. Yeah, hey, just get some free poison on an enemy death? We want to do high ground defense and then hit you with the multi-hit. Sorry, Dagon. Okay. We've got poison that gets through on this fight. Ah, there we go. I don't know what the branches are as far as like a Dota item, but they are wildly good here. Hey, there we go. Null Talisman. That is our block plus draw. Hey, buddy, we're ready for you this time, Snecko.
And I think I know what your next 2 upgrades are, because I think it's both null talismans.
Making those 0 is, you know.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I'll take more cards. Yeah, we'll get some strength going. I'll play a Mango. Okay. They're the Doran's Blade. You just buy 5 of them to start. Like Doran's Blade, Doran's Shield sort of thing from
I remember that in Warcraft 3, the branch that laid on the floor was one of the only items that didn't look like all of the other items. So, because it would just restore your MP, if I remember right, when you picked it up.
Okay.
And I assume that's just a legacy of that existing.
Being the thing that was on the ground for...
Yeah.
Well...
Alright.
Good. That was a good... Yes, please.
Exactly what we wanted.
I will take any number of this card. Like...
Yeah. I mean, this card draws you 2 cards for 0. It's unreasonable.
There's no speed where that's reasonable. Like, this is the upgrade for the rest of... yeah.
There's 2 bonfires in front of us, and these are both going into upgrading these null talismans.
Yeah, this comes up a lot on, like, mods, where, like, the moment you have multi-card draw... Like, this is actually a balanced level of multi-card draw, right? Like, this... You can't use this long-term, or if you do, like, it has a drawback you have to work around, right? And that makes it like, okay. This is just, like... You made it past Act 1? Alright, let's go.
Congratulations, this is now the best card in the game.
Let's go. Let's call upon the Dagon. That's a good turn 1. I like the way this is scaling, having like the kunai and the harass and bits like that are like powerful bits for scaling for us. Let's just...
Hey, Tango, nice. The book's card is bad against the book. The book only attacks and it gives you wounds.
That is, yeah, that's
and the card is an attack that gives you wounds if they're attacking.
We have 4 decks. Oh, and this works double with our decks too, which is a cool interaction. All right. Well, we've drawn the deck.
Let's draw some more of the deck then. Yeah, I see the point of Mango now, by the way, of like why it's included in the deck baseline.
Thank you.
This is the best of these 3, I feel like, so.
That's a fun scale. Mana Shield. We tend to be
I think you spend
tapping out. Yeah. At this
Yeah.
stage, we're tapping out. I don't think that card does enough for us. All right.
Ooh.
It seems like
Lotus.
if you let it grow, something will happen.
Greatest Lotus is around the corner.
Can we get to Black Lotus? How would Mana Shield work with Ice Cream? That's going to depend on implementation. You want it to, like, just recognize the mana and not spend it. A la Marvel Snap Card Sunspot. Which just is whatever your unspent energy is strength. So duplicates of it work the way you want. But it could be eat the energy. I would hope it's not. I want to get the Greatest Lotus. I really want. Okay, well, how many cards can I have at hand when we go for good game?
I think the harass is still worth it.
Yeah. 6 of them in the deck now?
Mm-hmm.
Also, look how much decks we build on this turn. You ever hear this thing? Calipers?
do know that they'd be like pretty all right.
You hear about these? All right, hey buddies. Let's blood grenade. Let's draw. Tango the strike, and then this will full block. Eat the mango. The looter skidder would be good. Smuggler Sculptor's good in this deck? I'm gonna get to draft Smuggler Sculptor in a couple weeks. Alright. Redraw. Smuggler's Copter, so the Final Fantasy set upcoming has like sets do. They have the little like bonus sheet of like fun alt art cards that aren't standard legal, but you can pull them. For instance, in Dragonstorm, the ultimatums and fetch lands are on this sheet. On that sheet, one of the FF12 cards is the Straw Smuggler's Smuggler's Copter. All of the cards on that sheet for Final Fantasy are very powerful cards. Like on a they're specifically made to be like, yo, this is a card that will be playable as a magic card. I know that sounds weird to say, but they're all reprints, and it's like Brainstorm, Counterspell, Fatal Push, like like that sort of thing. They're all like real spells, kind of like the Strixhaven Archive stuff. Would be a interesting comparison point. Get out of here.
You don't need to play anything else on it.
I'm gonna do it to get the soul release this turn.
I guess. The Manta style deals 12 times 3, so that actually deals slightly less. Dagon does slightly more.
Yeah, because this will deal damage.
But if it gets
on
to be combined, yeah. Although I guess you get to combine it with the trade hits and the strikes to do more overall with the Manta style.
So this is 36. This is 38. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So playing all of your available cards does do more damage.
Yeah,
pretty definitively.
We just don't heal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think.
But you don't need to. So.
But yeah, so like a lot of them are made to be like all the FF16 ones are like very like playable commanders with partner. This character's core mechanic is built into the stave. Healing is AoE damage, so a lot of our way we're playing is we're just kind of taking lumps, and then we have a number of like regen bits that let us like heal back off of it.
Yeah, it's actually pretty well like suited where healing doesn't seem like it's a thing you want to do. Like you don't want to just sit there and heal. It's not a good idea. That is
That's dumb as hell.
Silly.
Okay, hold on.
Okay, this is stronger than it reads because it then does the damage you just healed again.
Yeah. This is asking me how much I'll pay for a metallicize. Like,
how much are you going to pay for metallicize?
One metallicize. Would you like to pay your whole turn? Or you could get 4 metallicize for the price of 1 metallicize.
You'd like to touch a bee for 1 metallicize, or touch a bee for 4 metallicize?
We know that this doesn't really work the way we want it with Tori, but it mostly does what it wants. I'm gonna take the forward progress card. Ooh. Ah. Okay.
This is the upgrade.
Yeah, this is our upgrade relic.
I mean, so
Is that
all
worth
of these are, because like, and also Sacred Bark is double potion effectiveness, right?
Yeah, that's double
that'd be,
potion effectiveness, which gets very silly with stuff like wide, because you get double.
I think the staff is interesting.
I think the dome's the strongest. I think the stave is more fun. Because, like, obviously we can use the energy. We have not been running out of cards to play off the energy.
Yeah.
2 elites. Okay. There's actually nowhere I could get multi-shop if I wanted that. Okay.
Well, that's fine, though, because they're going to get 2 shops guaranteed anyway.
Yes. All right. Yeah, that's like Vuln on everyone now. Everyone is always Vuln forever.
That's really good.
Yeah, we have cards that like that.
Wait, hold on. Oh, you did pick this. Okay.
I have no idea what that does. Nah. Let's keep this rolling. Okay, AoE damage works well for this. Null Talisman. Music, this is a little much for Act 3. Come on now.
I think the thing about this mod is like it has an interesting first impression because it feels like with how the art works, you're thinking like, this is gonna be a joke mod, but no, this is actually a wholehearted, like, earnest attempt to, you know, make this character inside the Spire, and I respect that a lot about it.
Mm-hmm.
At least off of what I know of, you know, what I'm seeing here, because I mean, I don't play DOTA2, so I don't know.
Right? No, we have a lot of, like, you know, the cards that are like silly pro jokes, and then we have cards that are like much more obvious bits. But you know, it's been enjoyable. We haven't had any like huge groaners. Crunch. That's gonna kill you. Okay, we should be fine cleaning this up. Yeah, I don't know. When I think of characters that are healers as a concept for a character, I always come back to that one Shadowverse mod that was just tragic.
Just like because of how slow it forced you to play the game.
That's enough to kill, right? Yeah, that's enough to kill. Boink. It's untiltable mountain, not friends.
I'm impressed that you I wonder how much of all of those you have to have for that to be playable. Because does it get impacted by the frail?
It should get impacted. No, I don't care about madnesses. I'm probably just walking back on this one. Oh, actually, no.
They don't really help. Like, there's 2 cards in your, like 3 cards in your deck where they really do. But
these are big.
They do exhaust.
Mm-hmm.
I suppose they're not that bad, but
I'm gonna keep the deck slim.
Yeah. Ooh, hold on. This is a unique event.
I mean,
what are you talking about? Taking unnecessary risks? That is a bad thing. Let's go.
Giant door lodged in the walls of Spire. Let's investigate. Oh boy. Take the red egg, fight, get a special relic. Take the blue egg, fight, get a special relic. Take the golden egg, fight, special relic. Fight all 3.
I'm confident. Let's go.
You will regret your decision. Oh shit. Alright. What you got for us, boss? Make it happen.
You have that, remember, you have both of these. I don't know what bounty runes do, but the other one we do.
Alright, let's draw some card. Then let's draw some card. Then let's draw some card. Okay. Roshan always drops a relic that revives you. Is this the equivalent of Baron? I played a lot of League of Legends. I played 0 Dota 2. Okay, thank you.
Yes, apparently. Okay.
Baron Nashor is... Oh, it's Roshan.
Roshan's name backwards. Yep, makes sense.
Yeah. That'd be why it's... Okay, well... Hit you with a gun. Oh, Gary, thanks for the sub. Alright. What do you start with? What's your cool thing here? Slam? Slam jam? Weak Vuln. Burn. Minus card.
And -1 card draw. Big damage.
You're gonna have to come up with something better than minus card draw.
Yeah, what do these do? I think that you're gonna check. This is this is a perfectly fine time to do it.
Gain 5 gold. Gain.
Oh, it's just money. Okay.
Whoa, big cash. Okay.
You're only taking one.
I'm gonna go offense then.
Now,
Okay.
given that this is one of these, you know, these creep bosses, is going to gain more Vitalicise every turn, right?
Yeah, every turn. 64 incoming.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, we're not dead.
Now we're gonna be fine. Okay. Taking a turn off.
Yeah, I think that's just your best option.
Reset the deck. Okay. Buffer. Okay. So I think
All right, you just have to do
we have 2 turns.
56 damage.
Yeah, I think this turn won't kill us. The next turn will. I think this turn is, yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Those are terrible offensive draws. It's enough block to have not died to the huge hit.
If you absolutely have to and notice you're about to lose, because this is an event-caused one, you can back out and choose a different result on the event.
So 67.
So
Let's see if we can get through this, though. I think we can.
I think you might be able to with this draw.
Ah.
Yes. Here we go. Okay. Not quite. So close.
11 plus 8 regen. That's not going to be lethal.
No, but you're blocking. You're actually not dying.
Yeah, we're not going to die to this. Let's put the damage up then.
Yeah.
So
take
we're gonna
one.
So we're gonna take.
Well, not take one. But
we're gonna take a chunk, but opponent to 2.
yes.
And then we've got the move for us. Crunch. All right. Baby Roshan. At the start of combat, gain 8 metallicize. At the end of your turn, deal 4 damage to all enemies. Exhaust up to 2 cards.
Retain up to 2.
Oh. Anyway, we got
Okay.
We got Baron buff. That's cute.
I love when mods have special like events.
Yeah, I love special events in mods. That one wasn't kidding. That
wasn't free.
That was coming for blood.
Hard.
That was coming for blood.
I feel like a lot of other plans would have died there.
I feel like it plays specifically into kind of how we are doing things, right? Like we're, or well, not, I guess not we, but like how the mod plays in this like long form, able to like regen itself through hits like that.
Yeah. Because I mean its second attack is an amount that's higher than your base start like health total. So.
Yes. We are finally...
You're blocking everything here.
Yeah, we're killing this one. And then we get to exhaust any number of cards. And then we get to retain any number. This is... Retain usually overwrites Ethereal. It might be the way it's gained. Because it's gained, it probably was already marked for Ethereal. Yeah, that's what fighting Baron gets you, you know? You get a cool, powerful thing for choosing to... Because usually you do that fight and then the other team comes and tries to stop you from doing it, is the way that sort of thing works in a MOBA.
I don't think you want that. I mean, this is a lot of block, actually, on a single card nowadays.
I'll take it. Alright, we're getting there. Alright, so we get our metal. We have 12 starting, like, plated armor, effectively, which is pretty nice. We can trade hits and just hit you with a strike. Call it good. Exhaust that. Retain this. I'll want to retain this in case of the, like, big multi-hit incoming. Oh, that's not big. I guess it's not going to be as big with, Alright. Alright. Uh-huh.
I mean...
Uh-huh.
You have the boot, so you don't care, right? Like, you just kick through the intangible.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep kicking through. They should have one of the base Spire characters show up and, like, gank you in the middle of the... Anyway, thanks, Boot. That does double hit. Okay, we did like... We did like 50 damage through that intangible. Anyway, I guess what's in my deck now. The fact that those don't exhaust is... Ooh, sure. Ooh! Ironwood Branch for free? Thank you.
No, it's gonna be calipers in the chest.
Yeah, they'll have to pass, yeah.
Yeah.
Zorch. Exhaust you too. This is also like the exhaust retain stuff is also just incredibly powerful. Like obviously the whole of this is a lot. It's interesting, like I guess the eggs would have been each of these individually, the 8 metallicize, the 4 damage, or the exhaust retain. And like that alone is also like pretty real as far as like if you wanted to get a smaller boon, you know? Anyway. There's grass.
I will say, I do think while most of this mod's actually pretty impressively balanced, Good Game seems like it is
yeah,
a bit much.
I think that is the branches themselves are
yeah.
Maybe like again Flash of Steel and such are some of the most
interesting. I mean, yeah, that would apply a million points with what we're currently doing.
Yeah, honestly, keep them as is and have them exhaust because the early game items might be the ticket. When the target is attacked, apply poison equal to the amount of poison touch on the target and then increase poison touch by 2.
Yeah. So every time you attack them, it adds scaling poison, where first hit, poison 1, second hit, poison 2.
What?
You got cheese in exchange from the Lotus, I think.
Deal 15 damage. If fatal, pick up a block of cheese. Remove this card from your deck. Alright, we need to acquire cheese then. I'm not skipping, I'm just checking them all out. The Lotus got eaten and became cheese. Yeah, like, see, this is finesse. Like, you know,
Yeah. It's probably the card we're choosing, right? Like,
yeah, I'm fine with
free
finesse.
include.
I'm probably passing on the...
Bandage up is healing and damage.
That is true. Bandage up is healing and vuln and damage. That would apply the vuln early. I think I'm gonna pass here. I don't want it. Swift Strike is better than Strike, but I just don't want more strikes, you know?
Yeah.
Okay, so we need a knockout on something with the cheese. We can retain cards, which makes it a lot... Alright, take our key. Let's try to get a knockout here. No, 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 no.
It works if it's the last one you kill.
Yeah. So this is like... Okay. So we just have you. If we can just kill you with the cheese, that would do it.
We could sandbag a little bit.
I'd rather get in a fight where it's a little bit easier to do so.
That's fair. Finally, you could also draw into it through here if you got the opportunity.
Okay. Tango upgraded. Tower up. Nah. Okay. We gotta take our key. Okay. We can sandbag it and get the kill on the head with it.
Actually, extremely easily because you can retain it.
Yeah,
Like,
because we
yes.
can retain it, it's like nearly free to do so. We just have to find it and then, you know, use it effectively to kill. So this is a fight where we can get this to happen. We have a huge deck right now. Choose 4 cards to retain?
Huh.
Weird. Okay, this just ain't a hand. Oh, the poison touch goes away after a turn. If we let it hit 0. Okay.
Alright, that's not actually communicated in the effects.
I guess
the 6.
Yeah, I think it's +2 every turn.
That's probably a mistake. They likely didn't mean that to be the case.
Alright, I'm just gonna... I could play, like, the finesse and stuff, but I don't want to have to discard the, cheese if we find it. There it is. Okay. Choose any number of cards to exhaust. Those. Choose 8 cards to retain. Okay.
Yeah, I think it's just a mistake.
I think it's just gaining 2 every time.
turn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see if we can get through this here.
Manta style is a pretty good amount of damage.
21x3.
That's 63 for now.
Okay. (24x3).
24x3 is 92. Yeah, that'll do it. Not 92. Sorry, 72.
And then, yeah, here's Fatal.
That'll do.
So 38 on 29. Jeez.
There it is. So, you gain functionally 20 block for free at the start of every single fight. Also, you just got anchor, so you get even more.
I feel these are interesting because these are like long-term payoffs. The quest to get the cheese was not free.
Because you have 16 metallicized and 4 plated armor. And you also have anchor and horn cleats, so you don't need to defend at all on the first 2 turns, basically.
Yeah. Oh my god.
The best flex you've ever seen in your life?
Yeah, goddamn.
You got flex, flexterity, or just free energy?
Wow, that does everything you want. Azaz, thank you very much for the sub. Yeah, I'm cool with it. This does, like, this does what you want on a turn. This is... So, we talk about flexterity as a mechanic and trying to, like, make it interesting because, like, just a flex that's flexterity most of the time is nothing. But, like, this is very flexible and very strong. All right.
I should hope it's flexible. It's
Yeah.
3 different kinds of flex.
Whenever you apply
Well, that's extremely good for you. You apply Vuln every single time you you heal. So.
Yeah. We're probably buying that and also a Begamar.
Do you really need more vulnerability?
What do I want to remove? Probably just like strike defense.
A defense?
Yeah, defense for sure. There's nothing like down here that's worth the removal. Temp energy is kind of a flex.
Yeah.
All right, let's do that. And those two. I'm gonna save the rest. I could buy the finesse, but leaving us with 300 going into bonus shop lets us buy a big relic if it shows up. So might as well leave that to us as a possibility. Yeah. Buff, 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 buff. Could be calipers, you're right. What if it's calipers? But yeah, so these quests are a thing. There's a mod that adds roaming mini bosses. And I love those for having like a quest that you do that you get like a fun, powerful relic for. Like the payoff for it is quite real, but it's not like it's in no way free.
Soul release.
Alright. Quest. Wednesday. I'll keep the Vuln potion.
You want to get more metallicize?
Yeah, I was just thinking, like, we don't have enough.
How much are you gonna pay for more metallicize?
Like, we really just don't have enough metallicize, right? Like, I was just thinking that. And you're right, I do need the Vuln potion, because what if I need more Vuln? That's true.
Alright, so that one you just got, what does this upgrade to? We didn't check. Innate, yes.
Uh-huh.
That's really good.
That's, I think that's gotta be it. Hey, what are you doing in the deck?
There's nothing saying that you can't... Oh, wait.
No, I mean,
yeah,
there is
actually
something saying...
the deck. Yeah.
Yeah, hold on.
Alright, so it might be just a couple things that aren't, don't function perfectly on it.
Yeah, we've seen, like, we see the text on Baby Roshan isn't working the way it should. It looks like we have a couple bugs in things. Let's see if we can't get another... This, let me null talisman. We'll discard the cheese for now. Faithful bugs.
Shitty wizard.
There's no talisman.
Hey, there's the metallicize that makes it you don't need to block at all. Even though you also already have 36 guards, so...
Right, but, like...
I guess we want the energy here, right?
Yeah, because then I can play those. That gets me another kunai activation. I'll exhaust none of these. I will retain both of these. If we can acquire cheese from Donu and Deka...
Oh, I just want to kill one then, right?
Yeah. I gotta also just gotta... I don't know that I've ever mentioned this, and it's something everyone knows in their heart, but they might not think about it. Look at how many sides Deka has.
Yeah.
right.
Listen, Deca is named that without any interest. Deca doesn't want to be one of them fucking non-platonic solids. Get that shit out of here.
We have no idea how many sides are on the back. It's true. Don't, it makes me sad. There's a reason I haven't mentioned it. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Yeah. I'm drawing too many cards. It's fine.
My hand is full.
Just keep drawing cards, buddy.
My hand is too full.
Alright, guess what's happening here? Yum. I love eating strikes in defense. Choose 6 cards to retain. No, thank you. I'll retain these.
Yeah, like you're gonna need the Vanguard.
Yeah, you know, what if I need it? It's like having an elixir in my pocket. What if I need it? Exhaust the dagger. Alright, can we get... Nah, it doesn't look like we have enough.
Nah, you could draw another card, but you'd have to... Well, you draw 2 cards of playing Shadow Wave, but the problem is then you'd be playing Shadow Wave and killing him. So, oh, Donuty's not dead. Oh, never mind. Oh, you just still didn't draw it, so...
Soul Steep. Alright, I would like to exhaust Strike and Defend, please. I would like to hold on to the Bracer, and that's it. Okay. Alright, cheese. We're starting to remove cards from this deck, huh? Alright. Exhaust the Vanguard and the Poison Touch. Retain the cheese and the Bracer. If the game crashes with second cheese, that just means we have to do the fight again. It's fine.
And, like, the game's able to handle multiple
27
additional copies of relics,
Alright,
so...
here we go. Cheese 2, sequel
Yeah.
to cheese! Yes. Blocks of cheese.
Yeah, it doesn't remove
It's
itself
not
from the
removing.
deck.
It's not removing itself from the deck. Alright. Well,
I have a feeling I know why, actually. I have a feeling that that's, like, the stack on that is set up that's supposed to happen, like, at the, you know... It's not doing it forcibly through the end of the turn. Well, the end of the fight, you know? If you would kill the regular enemy with it, I think.
but it's ending a fight. Alright, time to place your bets, everybody. Where do you think this one's going to land for score? Where do you think double cheese is going to resolve, you know? What's the point total for 2 cheese?
I think I'm overestimating, personally.
I see the running total seems to be around high 900s. That's where people seem to be Putting down. Look, you have one cheese for eating, and you have one cheese for having as a cheese head. Woo, Packers!
You have one cheese to give to Mickey. Sorry, not Mickey Mouse. Sorry, Jerry. So
Yes,
he
to
can,
become
the
cheese.
body and become the cheese.
Yeah, we hand this one to the heart. The heart becomes cheese wedge shaped.
Shaped. Yeah.
All right, looks like a lot of bets are in.
I think 925
Feel
is
the touch of death. 972.
Right.
You were close.
I was close, but
I'm sorry. Crab
well,
meat's
then
on
just said
shot.
965.
Crab meat's on 972 exact.
Congratulations, Crab Meats, for
that is
getting 972.
Crab meat's on the literal exact hit. Incredible. Dead on.
On the money.
Yeah. That's huge. Like, very rare to have that good of a shot on things. So congratulations. Awesome. Yeah, you absolutely get both showcases and also the bonus. All right. I'm gonna quick throw it back, and then we'll go do heart.
Hey, thank you for the gifted sub. I guess because Crab Meats is already subbed. Makes sense. What's your favorite cheese? I think mine is probably Gruyere or just straight up Parmigiano Reggiano. Halloumi makes sense. It's good cheese. Pepperjack, Munster, cheddar. There's nothing boring about cheddar. It's good. Havarti. I like that there's a lot of answers here.
Oh, thank you, Malmet, for gifting us something to dog.
Yeah.
All right. We're talking about cheeses.
Yeah, because I just, while you're away, what's
Yeah.
your favorite cheese was the question.
This upgrade?
Sure.
That's an upgrade? Yeah, you know what? Sure, we play this card, and it draws us a billion cards, so it being one less mana.
Goat cheese is kind of its own kind, yeah. There are also specific cheeses that are made from goat cheese.
Your tax supply phone one.
I mean, shit, that's really good still.
Okay, I gotta appreciate this image of the, Barry Allen over the grave is so high res that I can read the Oliver Queen bit on it. Like, that's a...
If Sliver Queen ever gets banned, someone should edit that. Specifically just have it be Sliver Queen instead of Oliver Queen.
Oliver... I guess the membership card is worth it.
Yeah.
Technically. I guess I'm just gonna... I'm gonna buy a Null Talisman.
Sure.
Rip Sliver Queen. Shuriken hasn't showed up yet.
There is one last opportunity.
There's still a chance. Okay, this hand is not it. This hand is every defend
No,
left in the deck.
But, I mean, you still get to, just not take damage.
Yep. We could go for Cheese 3, the sequel to Cheese, the prequel to Cheese.
The prequel.
The squeakquel.
No, it would have to be like, Minnesota Curds for it to be the squeakquel.
Okay, there's the cheese. Trying to kill left here. Trade hits. 46.
What about the strike? No, not quite.
Poison touch is 12.
That brings to 25.
Ah, okay.
Well, you have a free attack. You just spend your potion for it. Desolator would not kill, but it would definitely put it within range.
Yeah, this will do 25.
And then cheese can do it.
Cheese 3, sequel to cheese. And do we lose the cheese? No.
No. Okay, yeah, this just does not work on removing it from the deck.
We can get a 4th cheese on the kill of the heart. You know?
Look at your discard. Does it even exhaust? Yes. Okay, it exhausts.
No, it removes it from the deck. It's purge.
Yeah.
But it's not like removed from deck purge.
Interesting.
Huh. Alright, poison touch, branch, and then let's GG. Look how much poison we're applying. 30. 41. 54. 69.
Yeah, I think your
Done.
poison touch was actually ridiculous in this deck. We just haven't had an opportunity to actually use it yet until just now.
Yeah. Sure. We're fine. Alright. Turtle! Okay. Heart has override. That's what my turn 1 looks like.
It's not a great turn 1, but that's okay.
Roshan drops it when killed along with the extra life item. It's a full restore, but you have to use it as a... Okay. It's like a potion. Okay.
Speaking of potions, you have one that you have not applied. These draws are bad. That's not actually as dangerous as it looks for a number of reasons.
Exhausting this.
First off, you're blocking it all raw.
First off,
also
Tori. Yeah.
12 damage, so... The other half of it, of course, is, again, the 32 metallicize from your many cheese.
A bandage up. Apply a vuln. Okay, we are now, like, super invincible.
Although, weirdly, I think you are actually taking damage this time.
Yeah, I suppose.
Yeah, you're gaining 40, but that's not enough to block all of it. You're taking 11.
We'll heal it off.
Yeah, you're fine. It's just...
Yeah, it's just funny. We're not... It's not enough. Oh no, our plated armor!
-1.
Get some strength. Alright, I want to draw into our branch maker. Yeah, there we go. So here we get to go Ironwood branch. Bad juju. Good game. GG. And now I'm at 0 cards in deck, so these are going to cause us to shuffle. Sadly, we didn't draw the poison to go with that. Oh, there it is.
Don't.
Oh, it's fine. We need to burn through those
Yeah,
anyway. That card doesn't exhaust.
Fair enough.
We just don't have other good ways of doing that, except for our end of turn activations.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that burns off the last one. Let's go ahead and exhaust these two. Then we're going to retain 10 cards. No, thank you. I'll just retain these. Anyway. Finesse. Harass. Get some more strength, which we need. Okay. We're not dropping under 300 here?
Not quite, yeah.
Strike, strike. Alright.
Retain 11 cards.
You know, for our hand size. Alright, so we're at 300 exact, but we're at 296. Because 4 of that poison was before. We're getting near an infinite here. Alright.
$14 cards to retain.
Alright. Beat to death +1. 84 incoming. I think we're fine because we have 11 decks. Alright, so we need to get down to 33. Under 33. I think we can apply the poison touch.
Well, yeah, because you're not killing with it. You're just going to do the damage with that card.
And we get one more cheese. Thanks, Heart. We got the full cheese wheel. Questionable origin. I never ate the cheese.
No, I mean, it gains 8 metallicize every turn.
It gains us 5 energy and 50 health if I eat the cheese.
Yeah, and I mean, I guess you could have just used those to deal 200 damage.
Ironclad? Ironclad. This is an Ironclad class, yeah.
Yeah.
Also gotta say, I am glad to take a death to, you know, keep me humble. I am still able to die in Act 1. It's possible. Sometimes the Snecko shows up and bops me on the head. It's fine. All right. We're heartbreaking. We did heartbreak. We 4 cheese. That was fun. This one's a little rough around the edges, but I like it. I like that it was like playing with the health stuff in an interesting way.
It's rough around the edges, but I like the design of this one.
Yeah.
It's the thing I like the most about it. It's got interesting ways of playing with healing, if nothing else.
I was gonna say this card's nuts, but it's not a card. These are all generated stuff, which is why this card is nuts. This isn't a real card. You can see it's next to the treads and next to the rune. Cheese. Yeah, I wonder how the, like...
self-debuff plan works
yeah,
and things like that?
Like that stuff with the tower hug and the, gain 1 vuln from the tower dive. That's fun. Bait, gain 1 vuln. Because there are a lot of, like, cards that look like they build into it. Ah, this is what this is what happens when you go into
Toronto, Tokyo.
Add 1 burn to your hand.
Oh man, Toronto, Tokyo is very rawhide Kobayashi of a name.
Blast ring. This I think was we didn't do the thing with this, but I think that this like regenerates itself is kind of cute.
Yeah, I like the way that this one works, especially mechanically with the other one we saw that gives you more per.
Apply
stun.
Apply stun. Apply 3 angry. Yeah. When hit. This is the like gremlin angry. If you're wondering what that is.
Yes. The thing is though, is this is a 1-cost stun. Yeah, it's very powerful.
Yeah, this is another. And he's vuln. Hit it again. Dig. This is cute. Add 1 mango, healing salve, and bounty rune to your hand. Bounty rune is the one that gives us gold. Healing salve is the regen, and then the mango is the one that's either 1 point or a miracle.
Mm-hmm.
It's in the bag. But yeah, I think I would argue that the Ironwood things on upgrade need to become, like...
Yeah. You could even have them be still that they reduce in cost, but also, like, gain exhaust.
Yeah. I don't know. Free draw like that is just like, well, especially where we ended, we could have just been a completely invincible deck. Oh. Okay. That's...
Remove all your debuffs.
So the thing is, like, we have the self-debuff plan in this thing, and it's like, here's this to work with it. But, remove all your debuffs. Like, a full cleanse like this does do some wacky things. There's some points where that does.
So the thing is that there are effects in this game that are debuffs that aren't just the standard weak vuln and frail and whatnot. That's very good.
Also, look at this. So this is why initiate costs 0. This is effectively this is an uppercut, but like split in 2, and you can, like, if you want to move the damage somewhere else, you can. Yeah, I don't know what the joke on that name is. I'm sure there is one.
Pain in my ass.
Yeah. Split up and farm. Gain 6 block. Gain 6 gold. Yeah, the poison power. So yeah, we saw question mark. Question mark, question mark.
Huh? I mean, that would have been really good for you.
Okay, that rules because we saw that this has, like, payoffs and enough of a plan to be real. The upgrade just hands off some Vuln, too.
Yeah, like, there's a lot of ways to inflict Vuln here. Like, Vuln is a major mechanic in this class, which is kind of interesting.
Screw off, I'm not taking any debuffs for the rest of the game. Ethereal form. While in your hand, you can't attack. If in your hand at the end of turn, gain 1 intangible. Alright. Farm advantage, deal 2 damage. That's cute. That, yeah.
There's a card like that in the Marisa class, if I remember right.
Yeah. I remember that one. But yeah, good game. GG, last rights. Okay. It's a nice upgrade for that, too. And then the
Kind of
handoff.
expensive for that, though, on the whole. Like, oh, it's a skill. It's repeatable.
Yeah, that,
okay,
yeah.
makes sense.
It's a non-exhausting.
I thought this was a power for a second, being like, oh, well, all right. That's
Yeah,
but
that's-
no, but if it's repeatable, that makes sense.
Oh, and here's another payoff for the Vuln stuff. Gets extra damage for higher Vuln stacks. Double tutor discard 2.
So the funny thing is that transform, going off of all of these, basically gave you the 2 least workable cards in this entire class.
Yeah. Like, the only way, like, I'm looking at anything else that would have been nothing. Like, you know, Shallow Grave was like, super nothing, because this is... Gotta be honest, I don't think this card is anything. It says if you would die, you get 1 extra turn. Healing doesn't matter because you're going to die on the follow-up turn.
Well, you get to heal if you do win, and then, you know, have health going into the next fight.
Yeah. But, like, you know, if you want to do something like that, there's a buffer right here, right? Like,
Yeah.
yeah, all armor shred. That makes sense for Vuln being, like, armor shred thing. This is one I thought was really cool. We didn't pick 3 hits because we had too many cards that, like, self-damage. Like, I could see a world where if we didn't have that poison card, where, like, this becomes a really interesting thing, especially because this class has a few Ironwood Branch and Big Ironwood Branch and Bracer and a couple cards like that that all generate block but aren't attacks, right? Or, sorry, aren't skills, are attacks. The other way around. So... But yeah, we got this, and we got the I think the only card that might have been more nothing would have been like this, like, because this early is a really easy way to, I think, get killed. That was a fun one. Anywho, but yeah, that's gonna be it for tonight. Thank you all for joining. Thank you, Doc, for jumping on in here. Glad to have you.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
I hadn't had the opportunity for a while, and I'm glad that I did.
Yeah. Thank you all for being here. If you want to catch more, you can always follow. See when I go live. You can sub. You get access to the Cool Skulls slimes. Added a couple new emotes as of recent. You get the little mini metal and the Skull Eaters. Skull Eaters are just there for following. Thank you to Azots and Malamed for the subs. And Outgaming for the subs. And that's all. Thank you all. But yeah, if you want to catch more, you follow. See when we go live. Nothing scheduled on the weekend. Nothing on Sunday for Battle Network. We'll be starting post-game in that soon. The next few streams will be trails and the kind of normal stuff during the week. We're reaching the point where we're going to be saying goodbye to Tarky or Dragonstorm. I think we got 2 weeks before Final Fantasy, 2 or 3. So that'll be soon. Anyway, yeah, that'll be it. Thank you all for joining. Have a good night, everybody.